Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Now we are seeing the Manomaya Kosha, the mental sheath. It's called a mental sheath. The sense organs along with the mind is considered to be the Manomaya Kosha. It is the seat of the notion of I and mine, non-yanadu, and it creates the Nama Rupa Jagat. And then it creates the samsara. That is what we have seen. We have been seeing elaborately. So we have studied till 179th words. Once again we will chant that. Adhyasa doshat purushasya samsrutihi. Adhyasa bandhastvamunaiva kalpitaha. Rajastamo doshavato vivekinaha. Janmadi dukkasya nidhanametat. So this mental sheath or Manomaya Kosha is responsible for the Adhyasa dosha. Adhyasa means superimposition. So as we have seen earlier also, the Avarana Shakti of the Maya that covers and Vikshepa Shakti projects. When something else is projected, that is called as Adhyasa, superimposition on the truth. As we saw, the snake is a superimposition on the rope. This superimposition is caused by the mind. And avivekinaha means one who is not able to discriminate, and one who is tainted by rajas and tamas. Rajas tama doshavataha. So such a person, janmadi dukkasya nidhanametad, for him this Manomaya Kosha gives so much of miseries of again and again coming here and going back. So this is Manomaya Kosha for you. So, and we saw a beautiful verse in the late morning class. Manonama Mahavyagraha means there is a big tiger which is roaming in the jungle of sense objects. And he says, don't go there. O seekers, O mumukshus, don't go there. He warned us, right? So that's beautiful. Now, Ata prahul mano vidyam panditas tattva darshinaha yenaiva bhramyate vishwam vayuneva bhramandalam. Ata prahul mano vidyam panditas tattva darshinaha yenaiva bhramyate vishwam vayuneva bhramandalam. Ataha, therefore, prahuhu, said by Panditaha, Tattvadarshinaha, by the great scholars and the Tattvadarshinaha, the men who know the subject matter, who know the truth. What they say? Manaha avidyam. Mind is the ignorance. Another name for ignorance is mind. This also Bhagavan says in Ulladinatha. He gives different name for avidya. The mind, Chichada Granthi, Jiva Bhava. Like that he gives so many names. So, Ataha Prahuhu Manaha Avidyam Yeneva Brahmyate Vishwam. Because of this mind, which is nothing but Maya at play, Brahmyate Vishwam. The world is tossed hither and thither. The world is going along. Like what? Vayu Neva Abhramandalam. Like the clouds are driven here and there by the Vayu Mandalam. Tossed here and there by the Vayu Mandalam, by the wind. Because of this Ajnana only, everybody is deluded. The whole world is tossed here and there. So therefore, please understand, the mind is the cause for all the bondages. And the mind which is purified leads to the liberation. Purified means what? When tamas and rajas is reduced and Shuddha Sattva is increased, that leads you to the liberation. So therefore the famous statement, Manayeva Manushyanam Karanam Bandha Mokshayo. So it is responsible for both the bondage and the liberation. Now moving on. Tanmana Shodhanam Karyam Prayatnena Mumukshuna Vishuddhe Sati Chaitasmin Mukti Karapalayate Tanmana Shodhanam Karyam Prayatnena Mumukshuna Vishuddhe Sati Chetasmin Mukti Karapalayate. Therefore, Tanmanaha Shodhanam Karyam, the purification of the mind, is a karyam, is a thing which has to be done. Prayatnena mumukshuna, with great effort, all the mumukshus have to do this. What? The purification. Manashodhanam. Shodhana means purification. Purification of the mind is everything. So when the mind is full of vasanas, meaning tamas and rajas, then this karma yoga is suggested. You do all your karma, but offer unto the Lord. And do not always eye on the fruits of the action. Accept things as a prasada. So this karma yoga, that purifies. And devotion to the Lord, chanting the Lord's name, that purifies. As far as possible, when we can discriminate and Viveka and Vairagya, keep away from the unreal, that creates lot of Shuddha meanness. That's what we saw, Shuddha Sattva meanness. So these are all the ways. So through efforts, the mumukshu should purify their mind. See, the problem is the purification and all, we don't give much importance. Straight away we jump into meditation or into vichara and all. And things don't work. And we complain, why is it not working? Because that purification of the mind, you have not done properly. But others, they spend whole life only in purification, and they don't read any scriptures, they don't meditate on it. That is also not fair, not right. See, once our senior Swami Purushottamani said, our Chinmaya Mission Purushottamani, he said, see, suppose if you are taking a group photo, let us say, group photo. All of us are taking a group photo, 24, 25 of us, let us say. Then the cameraman, what he does? He says, you come here, you go there, you just sit down. the initial adjustments he makes, and then clicks. Suppose if he is not doing any initial adjustment, straight away if he is clicking, that photo you cannot look at even. You know, half the people's head would have gone and some people would not be in the frame. So it is very important for the initial adjustment. Suppose let us say a cameraman is only adjusting everybody. Hey, sit and smile, and he is not clicking at all. What will happen? He will not get a photo. So clicking is very important. And before that, the initial adjustments are very important. So Manas Shodhanam is very important. Without that, if you just click or if you just sit for meditation or Shravana Marana, things will not happen. That is why it is said very clearly. See, they say now our traditional acharyas, Anushtanam. Every day is Anushtanam, you have to do, Sandhya Vandana, this worship of the Lord, Japa, Tapa. It's all for the purification of the mind. You see such people's face, they have got a special tejas. Actually, because those things really help. And the food they eat, all those things, the achara they maintain, all those things add luster to a person because it gives a lot of sattva. That is the idea. We are lacking in sattva. Puja, let us see if we can, we will do, otherwise we will miss it. What is there? The first thing we sacrifice is the puja. Whenever we are busy, first thing sacrifice is puja. Because tamas parampatu. Or rajas, I have more important things to attend. What puja? So this purification of the mind is very important. And after that, if you hear scriptures, everything will go in. Because mind is so quiet and so clear, undisturbed. So things will go in. So Vishuddhe Sati Cha Etasmin Muktihi Karapalayate. If you develop this Shuddha Sattva, Vishuddhi, then what happens? Liberation becomes as readily available as a fruit in one's own hand. Karapalayate. As a fruit in one's own hand. You need not search for it. It is there in your hand. The liberation, the moksha. So therefore this Vishuddhi is very important. Shuddhi. See, Vishuddhi means it is not that don't touch me, go away, not those things. That is also part of the game because it has got some meaning. But Vishuddhi of the Anthakarana is very, very important. So we should only entertain pure thoughts, noble thoughts. So there comes the Yama and Niyama, Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya and all. So everything has got a meaning. So this Vishuddhi is very important. Once the mind becomes very pure, undisturbed, and then quiet, then Karavalayate, it is like the fruit in your palm. So it is very obvious and you realize the truth. Mokshaika Satya Vishayeshu Ragam Nirmulya Sanyasya Cha Sarva Karma Satshraddhaya Shravanadi Nishtaha Rajasvabhavam Sadhunoti Buddhehe Mokshaika Satya Vishayeshu Ragam Nirmulya Sanyasya Cha Sarva Karma Satshraddhaya Shravanadi Nishtaha Rajasvabhavam Sadhunoti Buddhehe Moksha Eka Saktya. Meaning what? With one, Eka means with one pointed agenda of liberating oneself. Ekasaktya. Vishayeshu ragam nirmulyam. Nirmulya. Meaning, give up the attachment towards the sense objects. Vishayeshu ragam. The attachment to the sense objects. Nirmulya. Destroy it. Aim pulan arutteri. We say, na? Aim pulan arutteri in our Atichudi. Nirmulya. See? Vishayeshu ragam nirmulya. That is very important. Sanyasya cha sarva karma. And give up all desire prompted activities. Sarva karma means all desire prompted activities. Or the activities with a sense of agency. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. This agency creates vasanas. So all the desire prompted activities give up. Then Shraddhaya yaha Shravanadi nishtaha. Then with the Shraddha and Bhakti, if the seeker listens to the teacher and then contemplates, then what happens? Rajasvabhavam sa dhunoti buddhehe. Then he purges the rajoguna from his buddhi, from his mind. So this is the way to purge the rajoguna. So to withdraw from the sense objects, sense indulgences, nirmulya, totally, no doubt about it, totally. Sanyasa cha sarva karma, and give up all the desire prompted activity. Desire prompted means what? For me, what I would get for me. This is the idea of, our motivation for karma. What would I get? What would I get? Okay, I come to your conference, what would I get? I come to your conference, what would I get? So we always want to know what is my share. So this kind of always desire prompted activity is not good. That creates a lot of vasanas. The same type of activity will push you. So therefore, and then Shraddha Bhakti say, listen and then contemplate. That is the way to purge the rajas in oneself. When you purge the rajas, what happens? You don't project things, or the mind doesn't project. It sees things clearly as it is. That is all. See, the Brahma Jnanam or Atma Jnanam is what? Seeing things as they are. When you see, you see. When you hear, you hear. When you eat, you eat. Meaning, the experiences happen. Then, you don't comment, label, judge. Just be in that experience. That is Brahmanisha. But we don't do that. Not only that, what we say, always we are sort of confused by the cause and effect. Why it is happening? Cause and effect. And then comes space and time. I am here, it is there. And how long it will take? See, space, time, cause, effect, karma. We confuse ourselves with so many things actually. Now, at the utter present, when you see something, just see without commenting or judging, just like that, be in that experience. You are in the truth one. Experience without the experiencer. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Don't comment, don't react. Just be in the experience. But what we do, opposite we do. When we are asked to sit in the Vrindavanam here, Krishna is so beautiful and it's full of trees and so Ramyamark. There you sit and think about your work. So you have taken some holiday, I will leave for say 20-30 days. What will I do after going there? You think about it. You cannot enjoy. And if you go to work, then you think how wonderful it was in the Krishna Sannidhi. Hare Rama, you are in the Krishna Sannidhi, you don't enjoy it. You think about your work. And when you go to the work and say how wonderful it was, Krishna Sannidhi, I could have stayed there for some more days. See, this is our problem. With the wife and children, with our family, if you are spending time, we have to spend time. See, I get very angry, when these fellows, they bring their wife and children to the park or to other places. And they go on talking with somebody. Pavangal, the children will be playing and the wife will be sitting, pavama, or she may be talking to somebody else, we don't know. Why they have come? For family time they have come. And somebody if you talk, what is the use? You are not giving your quality time to the family. See, when you are with the family, be with the family. When you are talking with a person, look at the person and talk. We don't look at the person also. We are preoccupied with so many things. So, being in the utter present and doing whatever you are supposed to itself is a big sadhana. That is what called as mindfulness again and again. If you are eating, eat, nicely eat. That time you watch something in the television and put everything, and cockroach also goes. Like molagai and cockroach are looking the same, The chili, the red chili sometimes. What is it? Either eat or watch. No. I am very good at multitasking, I am good at multitasking. I will do everything at the same time. See, multitasking is good, but certain things you have to enjoy now. See, your mother or anybody has cooked the food with great difficulty, with great efforts. I know how much of time and effort it takes to cook a dish, a good meal. So when somebody has cooked it, how do you respect that? By eating it, giving attention to eat, enjoy the food. Then only it will go inside you. And you disrespect the other person who has cooked the food also by not giving attention to it. Because we take things for granted. She is there only to cook now, let her cook. Hare, a time will come you will not find any food. So don't disrespect anything. So eat properly. That is how we have to live. When we live in the utter present, then you are sadhak, then you are somewhere. See, it is not extraordinary things, doing extraordinary things. It is not like, you are upside down standing. No. It is simple things. When we do it properly, then we are a good person, good sadhaka. That matters a lot actually for the physical well-being, mental well-being. Otherwise, when we run like a headless chicken, not knowing what to do. Have you seen the headless chicken? That is the phrase, headless chicken. It runs, it seems. I don't know, I have not seen. There is a phrase. So we run without knowing where we are running. Headless means the chicken doesn't know where it is running. The head, they have bearded the chicken, but the still life is there, throbbing, it runs power. Like that we run with knowing where to go or what we are doing. So it doesn't help much. So therefore, wherever we are, whatever we are doing, give 100%. So that is the real sadhana. And don't allow the mind to wander unnecessarily into the past. It is not at all required. And nobody is interested in your past. We have to learn from the past. But we should not carry the burden of the past. So here also when we ask you to come and share your experiences, we want you to share your learning from life. What you have learned from life. That is what, So that is very helpful to others also. But it is not blowing one's own trumpet. That is not the idea, because whenever you do that, you are doing deeparadhana to your ego. That is not the idea. Idea is what I have learned from life. With that learning, I can still make my life better. So that is the idea. Learning from life. See, today the weather is so beautiful. See, it's like Devalogam. I have not gone to Devalogam. At least I don't remember. See how beautiful. It is not hot, it is not cold, and breeze, and everywhere green. And we have got pakoda also. Okay. So therefore, tan manas shodhanam karyam. Purification of mind is very important. Vishuddhe sati, when the mind is pure, it realizes the truth. It doesn't project. It sees things as they are. That is what we were trying to drive. It sees things as they are. When the mind is cool, not preoccupied, when it is in the present, it sees things clearly. It can resolve things. Only when it is agitated, confused, running here, there. Sometimes when I see people, I get, very, very shocked. How do they live this way? That is why they suddenly die at the age of 45, 50. Patak, gone. And some Mahatmas of the corporate world, they say 70, 80 hours you have to work per week. I cannot even work for 7, 8 hours per week. It is me. 70 hours per week, I can't imagine, I don't know. Maybe he has got a point from the perspective of the development of the country, whatever. But in developing the country, destroy yourself. Then who will enjoy the benefits of the country? We don't know. Anyway, people have got their own ideas and they consider themselves to be very intelligent, very progressive, very, bright, brilliant. But that is not actually the spiritual way. Sattva means what? Quiet, collected, balanced. That is sattva. Not running, doing. That is not sattva actually. That is rajas. And what is the phalam? Dukkham phalam. Why do we need so much of money, so much of wealth? Not required that much. Yes, we need some basic this thing, but not too much, And there is no end to desire. If you are not having desire, your wife or your the other person is having that desire. So for that, at least you have to run. So you have to run only. Mokshaika, that's what. Mokshaika saktya vishayeshu ragam. So if with one pointed attention of gaining liberation, one has to give up the attachment and then sarva karma parityagam and shraddhaya you have to listen and then the rajas is taken away. Then you become very pure within. Now in the next verse, the final concluding verse of this discussion, here Adi Shankara says, why this Manomaya Kosha is not Atma the self? See, that is the very idea, to negate. This Manomaya Kosha is not Atma, it's only a conditioning, covering. So that he is explaining in this 183rd verse. Manomayo napi bhavet paratma adhyantavatvat parinami bhavat dukkhatmakatvad vishayatva hetoh drashta hi drishyatmataya na drishtaha manomayo napi bhavet paratma adyantavatvat parinami bhavat dukkhatmakatvad vishayastva hetoho drashta hi drishyatmataya na drishtaha. Manomayaha api na bhavet paratma. This Manomaya Kosha also cannot be considered as the real Atma, the self. Why? Adi Antavatvat. It has got a beginning and an end. What beginning, what end? When you go to deep sleep, it is no more available. End of the manaha, the mind. When you wake up or in the dream, the mind rises. So it has got a beginning and an end. So therefore, which has got a beginning and an end is not the true self, which is ever present, eternal. And parinami bhavat, it is always changing. Is that not so? Very fickle, always changing the mind. You change your mind. Okay. I have registered for all the 3 courses, but now I feel enough. 1 course is enough. Same thing again and again. Morning, afternoon, night, it is bombarded. Atma, the self, Atma. And tomorrow, you know what? Boxing Day cricket match is going to happen. How wonderful it would be. Ada paakrada, ida ukkandu padikkirada. So you change your mind. That is fickle. Mind is very fickle. Mind says, in the class, morning class we will skip. What is there? So I want to go and sleep. You know, fickle means what? Suddenly it feels very, not inspired. Okay, hello, yaar, leave it. Anyway, there is nothing to miss. Like on the TV, like a serial Mandir. You know, the serial, even if you miss 1 week also, you won't miss anything. Because that person will be talking from the same place. Mega serial. It is called as mega serial. It goes for years together. Suppose if you miss for 2-3 days, you don't miss anything. And you know what? In US, they are very intelligent people. They have got something called catch-up TV. Have you heard about the catch-up? So automatically it is recorded. And catch-up, you won't miss anything. Afterwards you can see. Swami, எப்படி சொல்லுங்க எல்லாம் தெரியுதுன்னு கேட்டா எனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும். Catch-up TV. Swami, not a problem. I will come to your satsang. Anyway, we have catch-up. So he is not listening to me. Okay. Okay. Huh? Okay. When I'm available, means real time. He's not glaring? He doesn't understand my joke. He's clean shaven today. Enna macha? Okay. Then parinami bhavat. So the mind is always changing. Dukhatmakadvat. The self, how can it be miserable? But the mind is always miserable, sad. Dukhatmakatvat. And vishayatva hetoho. It is a cause for the sense world actually. The mind, we have seen, it creates all the gross objects and the sense objects. Atma, the self, as it is not cause for anything. And it is also not the effect of anything. It doesn't cause anything, or it is not the effect of anything. Therefore, the mind which is a cause of something cannot be the Atma. Atma, in his Sannidhana Vishesham, everything happens. It doesn't cause. It is the causeless cause. Why? Directly you cannot attribute that cause to the Atma. But without Atma, nothing happens. Therefore, you can say, okay, that is the cause. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a causeless cause, the Atma. But here the mind is the cause for this world, cause for this dukkha. So therefore the mind cannot be considered as Atma, the self. And then in the last line, a very interesting thing is said. Drashtahi. Yes, he recognizes, he sees the object. Drashta, that way he is a drashta, seer. But Drashyatmataya na drishtaha. Drashyatma, he becomes an object of knowledge for the Atma, the self, or the Jiva. Why? We know our mind. Is that not so? Now the mind is very agitated, confused. Now the mind is so quiet. These emotions are arising in my mind. Are you not aware? So it becomes Drishya Padartha, seen, object of knowledge. Therefore it cannot be the subject, very subject, the seer. Na drishtaha, therefore it is not the very seer. Though in one point you say it's a seer because it sees the objects, but the mind also can be seen. Seen means what? We are aware of the mind's nature, mind's activities, mind's quality. So it is Drishya Padartha. It is seen only, object of knowledge only. Therefore it cannot be the very subject, the seer. You understand? Therefore the Manomaya Kosha also is negated. It is not the Paratma. It is not the Supreme Self. So very patiently Shankara takes one by one. He takes up the Annamaya Kosha and then he explains and then he says it is not you, the self, and then Pranamaya Kosha, not you, the self, Manomaya Kosha, it is not you, and then moving on to the Vijnanamaya Kosha. This is a very important kosha. Why? Here only the Atma Chaitanyam is reflected and becomes Chit Chaya, the reflected consciousness. There only the knowledge, real knowledge happens. I know everything. I know this is this. And also the Kartrutva Abhimana rises. I am the doer. I am the enjoyer. This is part of Vijnanamaya Kosha. See, you should understand one thing. Our masters have got a knack of developing a sort of a theory or a subject matter to drive a point and then take you to the absolute truth. In this regard, different masters may have different approaches. And different schools of thoughts may have different approaches. You should not get confused. Therefore, you should not be very rigid in understanding these things. It is not compartmentalized. You should not be very rigid. Shankara இப்படிதான் சொல்லியிருக்கார், அப்படி சொல்லலையே. No. He has got a beautiful way of taking the subject matter further. So he is developing a sort of an idea, a thought process to explain certain phenomena happening in the world outside, happening within. So that is what he is trying. And very flawless, very scientific. See, you should appreciate these things actually. See, only when you really dive deep, contemplate, and then with the experience you understand all these things actually. If you are very naive, if you are very immature, you hold on to one thing and say, oh, this is everything, other things I don't know, oh, other things are false, because you are scared of losing your pet ideas. You are very insecure. But when you become very mature, when you understand from all angles, you will not become insecure because very sure about everything. When you are sure about everything, you become very mature. And when you won't become fanatical about your pet ideas, pet theories. You understand what I am saying? These are valid. These are not wrong. But these are theories. Theories is the way he is building up an idea. அப்படி இல்லையே சுவாமி அப்படிதான் அது. But another Mahatma may have some other approach which is also very valid, which is also very beautiful. It is not that only one approach can be there. No, there can be very many approaches. Because human mind has got so much of possibilities. You understand? Therefore, great masters come to this world and they are independent thinkers. Yes, they go by the tradition also, but they add something original. That is also beautiful. Because for some other, it may click. See, for some people this may not click. Something else may click. So therefore, we should not deny any branch of knowledge, any approach. We should not deny everything. Let it survive. Let it grow. We do not know where, for whom it will click, which will click. We don't know. That is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. They don't stifle the thought, the independent thinking. They are very gracious. Let everything strive, or everything let it grow. But whoever is happy with anything, let them take it. Let them experiment. What is wrong? Experiment. So therefore, how beautifully is developing. See, now Vijnanamaya Kosha is handled here.
Never get into arguments.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all required. It's beyond argumentation. See, our Swami Tejomayanji used to say one thing I really appreciate. Our Swami Tejomayanji, Guruji, the former head of Chinmaya Mission, wonderful person he is. Great, great jnani and a great bhakta and a great organizer. A very wonderful person. He says, if you are a good teacher or a good seeker, you should be able to understand all the standpoints and appreciate all the standpoints. Bhakti also, it has got a different flavor, a standpoint, which you should be able to appreciate from there. You should not confuse it with the other standpoint of jnana. So that you appreciate from there and you enjoy it. That has got a flavor, that has got a beauty in it. Similarly, Tattva Vichara has got its own flavor, beauty. You enjoy that. Enjoy means what? You appreciate that. Like that, every standpoint has got a beauty and an idea, a purpose. So you should be able to appreciate every standpoint. From every level, you should be able to see things clearly. Then you are really matured and very deep in your understanding. Like the horse, I can see only one way. Other things I will get confused. No. Means what? When you are insecure about anything, you are not growing actually. Let anybody come and shake my philosophy, shake my faith. It's okay. Because this is beyond all the faith, all the thoughts, all the understanding. So don't get, troubled by any other philosophies or anybody else's argumentation. Let it be anything. Let them say anything. Now, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Buddhir buddhindriyai sardham savrutti kartru lakshanaha Vijnanamaya Kosha syat Pumsas samsara karanam Buddhir buddhindriyai sardham Savrutti kartru lakshanaha Vijnanamaya Kosha syat Pumsas samsara karanam Buddhihi Buddhindriyahi sardham. The buddhi, the intellect, buddhi, which can discriminate and which can come to a firm conclusion. That is called as buddhi, nishayatmika. Along with the buddhindriya means the sense organs. That constitute the Vijnanamaya Kosha. In Manomaya Kosha also the sense organs are included. Please understand. In Vijnanamaya Kosha also it is included, sense organs. Buddhindriyam, here it is called as Buddhindriyam. Sardha means together. Savrittihi kartru lakshanaha. And what is the special characteristics of this Vijnanamaya Kosha? Kartru lakshanaha, the sense of agency. I am the doer. This idea, I am the doer. This is very deep in us. I am the doer. Yeah. See, yes, the Vijnana, see, there is no Ahankaramaya Kosha. When you handle koshas, Vijnanamaya Kosha, this is a different way it is all expressed, explained. So Vijnanamaya Kosha, there the Chichaya expresses, the Chaitanya expresses a Chichaya, saying I. No, yeah, you are right, Ahankara only it is. But the Vijnanamaya Kosha, as Kosha if you see, in this level, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Kartru Lakshanaha. So it is always of the nature of I am the doer. And when you say I am the doer and you function that way, then that creates a lot of vasanas. Therefore, pumsaha samsara karanam. The vasanas, they push you again and again into this world of activities. So you come again and again. So this thing Bhagavan wants, Ramana Maharshi wants. Whatever you want to do, you do. But please do without the notion that I am the doer. Then who is the doer? Don't worry about it. Whoever may be the doer, but you are not the doer. Meaning, if we can again and again remember or tell ourselves that I am not the doer, as the self, I am not the doer, because self is akriya, beyond all the actions and reactions. I am the self. So therefore, this sense of agency, that is the reason for the ahankara and also for the samsara. So vijnanamaya kosha syat pumsat samsara karanam. Instead of reducing one's vasanas, he now adds to his bank account, good and bad both, and then he has to come again and again to exhaust his vasanas. I told you, na, once a devotee, he went to Bhagavan and said, Bhagavan, you know, now the other devotees are going to Virupakshi cave and they are meditating. See, I am here looking after so many things. He was working in the ashram, but a devotee also. Vishwanath Swami? Okay. So, I don't have an opportunity to go there and sit and meditate. Bhagavan said, don't have this desire also. Then you have to come again only to go and sit in the Virupakshi cave. Then you will become a monkey maybe. That only can always sit there. Otherwise, people in the ashram management will say, go, go. If you are a monkey, you can sit there always. Maybe you cannot go inside and sit. Outside you can sit. In Virupaksha cave only you want to sit now. Suppose, let us say, you are, whatever may be the reason, you are old or whatever may be the reason, you are unable to go around the hill, let us say. And you feel, oh, I am unable to go around the hill, I am unable to go around the hill, why no? Then you will come again only to go around the hill. Then you will become a crow. Crow can fly around the hill. Asayaramin, Iswarodayinam Asayaramin. See, whatever is available is good. If it is not available, it is very good. Whatever Lord gives us, it is fantastic. If it is not, it is really very, very fantastic. See, we don't lose anything and we don't gain anything. Everything is fine. Everything has its own place. But, this idea that, I am missing something, all ajnana. What is missing? What is missing anything? What is gaining anything? So this vijnanamaya kosha polladadu. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, I have to do this, I have to do that. I need that experience. Some people are there. Somehow I need that experience. I want to experience everything. You cannot experience everything. And no need also, na? You don't need any experience. You are full, complete. You are the Purna. But Swamiji, if you say but, you are gone. But Swamiji, you are right. But Swamiji, all these little things, why can't you allow, accept? Yeah, if everything is fine, go ahead. If it is not, don't think about it. Kittadayin vettanamara. Kittiyadayin sattanathura. This is our new saying. If you don't get it, forget about it. If you get it, renounce it. Kittiyadayin sattanathura. Why? Attachment leads to all bondages. If you don't get it, forget about it. Suppose if you get it, renounce it. Why? That becomes a bondage. Kittadayin vettanamara, kittiyadayin sattanathura. Okay. So, yellam pesalam nalla. But when it comes to practical living the mind and its, struggle, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, oh my God, it's very terrible, I tell you. Very difficult. I am not saying it's easy. It's difficult only to handle the mind, to the emotions, thoughts. Very, very difficult. Even though we study all these things, sometimes it will not help at all. Practically speaking, sometimes it's difficult. Very difficult actually. But there is no other choice. We have to again and again think about this and hold on to this truth only. Anuvrajachit pratibhimba shaktihi Vijnana sajna prakruter vikaraha Jnana kriyava nahamityajastram Dehendriyadishvabhimanyate brusham Anuvrajachit pratibhimba shaktihi Vijnana sanya prakruter vikaraha Jnana kriyava nahamityajastram Dehendriyadishvabhimanyate brusham. And in this Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anuvrajat Chit Pratibimba Shaktihi. Anuvrajat means what? This Vijnanamaya Kosha always roams around with ahar. It is endowed with what? Chit Pratibimba Shaktihi. Chit means what? This Atma Chaitanyam is called Chit. Pratibimba Shakti means it is reflected. Reflected light of consciousness. So this light of consciousness reflects in this Vijnanamaya Kosha. And it becomes the light for knowing everything. See? Jnana kriyavan ahamit ajastram. Meaning what? Here only the knowledge happens. I know. Why? Because that expresses intelligence. No? This Atma Chaitanyam is expressing as intelligence. That is a reflected light. I know. I don't know also happens because of this Chit Chaitanyam only. So, whatever we say I don't know also is because of this reflected light only. So, that expresses through the intellectual sheath. Jnana kriyavan, and I am the doer. That also expresses from here. And I, the idea of I also expresses from here. So, this Vijnanamaya Kosha, this covering is a place. See, mind means what? That creates the world outside, and aham mama and all those stuff, it has been spoken. Now this Vijnana is special because this Chit Chaitanya expresses through this Vijnanamaya Kosha as Pratibimba, as a reflected consciousness. And then you say I know, and I do, I enjoy, this I. These are all the characteristics of this Vijnanamaya Kosha. You understand? The matter and the spirit cannot come together because they are in the different realm of realities. One is not. How come one is and one is not come together? Like 1 and 0, let us say, Chuma. One is not. But somehow they come together. That is called as Chit Chada Granthi. That happens through this reflected consciousness. And with the reflected consciousness, you know everything. You understand what I am saying? But this reflected consciousness can never happen. But it is happening somehow. And we are knowing everything other than the self. Therefore, whatever knowledge we gain in the world is false. Because everything is shown through this chit-chaya, reflected consciousness. But the reflected consciousness cannot happen. Somehow it is happening, but it cannot happen. Therefore, all the knowledge, whatever we seek, gain in this world is all false. So knowledge, whatever knowledge we gain about the world is false. Because it is through this chit-chaya. Whatever we know about ourselves is also false. Because it is through this chit-chaya. Whatever we know about God also is false. Because we know through chit-chaya. Whatever we understand from scripture also is false. Because it is through chit-chaya. So all the knowledge is ignorance only. And the ignorance also is ignorance. So, and the self you cannot know. 1 minute, Swami, please repeat. Whatever you know about the world is all false. Whatever you know about yourself as a personality, your life, everything is false. Whatever you know about God also is false. Whatever you study from scripture also is false. Because everything is indicated only through the chit-chaya. Chit-chaya is a false thing. Atma Chaitanyam cannot become anything. Somehow it has become chit-chaya, reflected consciousness. It cannot happen. It is happening somehow. So from absolute, it is all false.
The law of gravitation?
Everything. See, in the Vyavahara it is there. See, you don't mix two realities. I will tell you, we will discuss with that. This is a very good question. See, Nyayamana question da, but somewhere you are getting caught. I will explain to you. But then we will sort of digress. So, everything is false. Okay. Even the scriptures, see why I am saying, see, scriptures are very true only. Pramanam we say. But why we say false? Because it is only through thoughts we are able to understand. Whatever is understood through thoughts, it is false. Now, okay, at least self can be known. Self cannot be known through thoughts. It is beyond thoughts. So what you can know? Nothing. So when you come to this point, I cannot know anything. That is real humility. Then you are a scholar. Then you have known everything. I cannot know anything. You surrender. I don't know. And I can't know. Oh Lord. See how beautiful. So this Vijnanamaya Kosha, all the scientists, all the intellectuals, what they do, they were very proud of their intellectual capacities. I can know everything in this world, the other world, whatever it is available, I can know. With my intellect, I will know everything now. And I am the doer. I have discovered this. See, I have discovered this. I know it. I have discovered it. I am doing it. I am conducting all experiments. And I have found out. And I am intelligent. Therefore, I should be awarded the Nobel Prize. I. This is Jnanamaya Kosha. After revealing all wonderful truths, rishis never put their name on that book, Upanishads. What a wonderful thing. But these scientists, they want to put everything under their name. Whatever the student has also found out, his name. So, it's all ahankara, I. All that which has come through the intellect is false. False from the absolute standpoint. See, the Vyavahara, if you switch on the fan functions, no? It is there. Nobody can stop, nobody can sort of question it. When you mathematically, when you arrive at a sort of this thing, and if you launch the rocket, it goes into the orbit. Adalla yarume question pannala. But everything is minds. When the waking experience, projected by the mind, that is what the Shastra says ultimately. Gravity also is projected by the mind. What Swami? Yes. See, the water, it always flows from the higher altitude to the lower altitude. It is all true, the law of this thing. But from the higher standpoint, even the idea of water flowing, everything is manomaya. That is what, see, is a very, very difficult, very, very subtle thing what we are trying to convey, not the ordinary thing. So we should not confuse it with the ordinary thing. So that's why it takes lot of contemplation and lot of listening, lot of contemplation, lot of clarification of doubts. Everything is involved in it. So therefore, the scientists think they are very intelligent, but whatever comes out of that, chit-chaya, is all only chaya, shadow, not the reality. Chaya means not tea. Chaya means Sanskrit shadow. Andaya solar tea. Chaya means shadow. It's not real. Avarku chayale manathu. So you should be very disturbed when you listen to Vedanta, this kind of Vedanta. You should be disturbed, you should be confused, and you should revolt, and you should not accept. And our Gurudev says, you should hold the dadi of the Guru, and you should not leave him, ask him, why, how, what are you talking? Then you are a good student. If you say, accept everything, very nice, wow. Are you listening to Hindustani music or what? Wow. What is wow? You should be really, that churning should happen. Then you are listening. If it happens, it is very auspicious. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.